showed like maybe 3 of them in a video, and I didn't really give too detailed a description of each of the guns. And a lot of them were like family guns. Some of them were mine. And I got good news. I recently, I inherited, I guess, a few of my father's, like long guns. And so, we will be doing some more of these gun videos for you guys. Before we start, I'd like to thank everybody, who's been real interested in the gun videos. And all the people who was, concerned, for lack of a better word, about my safety with the guns. A lot of people are worried about, my finger being on the trigger and stuff. And, like they say, all guns are loaded, I guess is the saying. Even if it ain't, you act like it is. But in them videos, I meant to try fire the guns. Because I thought it'd be an interesting sound for ASMR, but really it was loud. So I had to lower the volume anyway, but folks, so here we are with another gun video. So, I have right here the Savage Model 24 combination rifle, and you heard it, and shotgun, folks. Now look at that sucker. I'll tell you what, it's one of the most beautiful sons of guns I ever seen in my life. Now, this here, like I said, is a Savage Model from the Savage Arms Company from Chicopee Falls, Massachusetts, in the old United States of America. And you heard that right. Now, I'm gonna, we're gonna go a little more into detail than we usually do regarding, the guns I show. So let me read some of the stuff on the gun first of all. We got proof tested 410 bore, 3-inch chamber. And so, and a 22 long rifle as well. So, this puppy will fire 410 shotgun shells and 22 long rounds. 22 long rifle rounds, And let me open her up. And we will take a look inside of this thing. Now, the top is for the 22 rounds. And the bottom is for the 410 shotgun shells. Single shells. So, you load up one of them, and then you close the son of a gun. Well, you could load up 2, but it don't take more than 1 at a time in each of the barrels. Load her up. Close it. And then we got ourselves on the side of this thing. We got a switch to something that might be a little bigger. You know, a coyote come up on you. Oh, you're gonna switch it down. And you're gonna get ready to fire that 410 shotgun shell. You know, this gun, this was my father's gun. You know, and he had to have bought it like, I don't really know when, but it couldn't have been before the 1990s. Due to the fact that, like, well, I know that when he bought it. So, you know, I can hardly fit her in the frame here. But let's go ahead and I picked out 2 articles to read about this gun. Because, you see, I recently became acquainted with it. And, you know, I'm learning about the origins and all of that stuff. Now I know they got a newer model, and I think it's the 47, the Savage 47, and it don't look as traditional like, you know, it ain't wood. You know, it's made out of, well, you know, it's like, I ain't seen it, but it's newer. Okay, folks. First up, we got us an article from guns.com, and these is good ones, and like, I figured that we'd go a little more in depth by finding out, like, well, more than I even know about the guns. At least with this son of a gun. Okay. Ever had one of them days when you're hunting for a squirrel with a 22, and then you run across a wild hog or coyote? It's just begging to be taken off the food chain, and wish you brought your shotgun instead. Well, that problem is a non-issue for the lucky legions of Savage Model 24 owners. This groovy little game getter came in a variety of flavors, though with one unifying feature. It's a rifle and a shotgun in the same platform. Okay. Stevens' origins. The Savage 24 actually has a common ancestor from J. Stevens and Co. of Chicopee Falls, Massachusetts. This came about with a combination gun with a smooth bore 410 shotgun barrel buried under a 22 rimfire rifle barrel with a single sight, hammer, and trigger. Stevens put the handy little marvel into production in 1938 with the appropriate moniker of the Model 22 410. The Army Air Force ordered 15,000 of these for use as aircrew survival rifles with an early thermoplastic stock in 1950. The gun went out of production with Stevens. Savage had been and still is the parent company of Stevens since 1920, making it easy to see the import of the Savage 24 concept. So, the same year the Stevens 22 410 went out of production, the Savage 24 was introduced. Taking the Stevens combo gun, Savage retained the concept of a standing breech, break-open rifle over a shotgun combination gun, which utilized a rebounding hammer and rear-pushing extractors. 24-inch 22 barrel would accept X, S, L, and LR rim improvements. So there's one of the articles I wanted to show you guys. Let me take another quick look at this. You know, I'll be interspersing some other shots on the camera of this puppy. Well, look at reflected on at that light like something else. It's a gift from the gods. And that wood makes a pleasing noise. Yeah, I always like the sound that made. You know, like the wood of a shotgun. Well, folks, as for an example of the ammunition, we got ourselves here some new and improved 22 Thunderbolt 22 long rifle rimfire cartridges. And it says here, these high-performance long rifle cartridges must only be used in modern firearms in good condition, designed for long rifle 22s. Remington. And we got some safety rules on the bottom here. Treat every gun as if it were loaded. Don't rely on the safety. Never load a gun until ready to use. Watch your muzzle. Keep gun pointed in safe direction. Know your target and what is beyond it. Write Remington for free booklet on firearms safety. Wear eye and ear protection. Keep the barrel clear of obstructions. Only use ammunition that exactly matches the markings on your gun. If the gun fails to fire, keep it pointed in the safe direction. Then unload carefully, avoiding exposure to breach. Read your firearms instruction manual. Write manufacturer for copy. I'm going to open these up. And here's the box. And there it is. Ain't too large, you know. 22. They look pretty good, I'll tell you that much. And it's 50 of them in that box, folks. And we got more here. Range is 1.5 miles. Be careful. The Remington Arms Company. And that's the thing about guns. You know, if you are careful and safe with your guns, then you got a lot less to worry about than if you know, are like keeping them loaded and, you know, like not putting on the safety and, you know, just being like ridiculous. But, you know, if you treat it as something that requires lots of responsibility, then you're in business. So, let me, we will read a part of this other article that I found. It says everything you want to know about the Savage 24 combination rifle shotgun. Let me find something. I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but I liked a lot of what it said in these. Savage 24 is actually a single-shot rifle barrel sitting on top of a single-shot shotgun barrel. used a barrel of choice. In the older Savage 24 models, no manual safety was made on the gun, since cocking the hammer back before each shot was a form of safety anyway. Now, this must be an older Savage 24 model, because it ain't got a safety switch on it. And so right there, I learned something that I, sort of knew, but the fact that this is an older model, and like I said, I basically just came into contact with this gun for the first time. And so I am learning as I go. But now I know a great deal more. Let me see here. There's people that collect these. And there's a variety of been discontinued, but used models may be found at gun shows. It's interesting, folks. Makes it worth a little more money. But what I was saying is that there's a lot, different models. So there ain't just the 410 and 22 long combination. There's other ones as well. Well, there it is. We got a good look at this great firearm, folks. And I'll tell you something. Why don't you leave a comment if you'd like me to fire this son of a gun? Make a video, firing the guns. 'Cause I ain't done that yet. And obviously this is ASMR. So we ain't trying to have loud noises and things of that nature, but maybe I could talk over the video. We could do a relaxing, something like that. Model 24, it says right there next to the switch. But I didn't notice that till now. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I mentioned already that I don't got no 410 shells on me at the time. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna take some of this WID 40 and I'm gonna go ahead and clean this thing since I had my mitts all over it. Okay. It's good to clean your gun after handling it, because, you get your skin oils on it and such. correctly. Help me make some better videos and maybe get better equipment.